Hello crafters, welcome to today's video where I am sharing a few Mother's Day ideas to be making this year. I'm going to do a little bit of a tutorial, so anyone who is new to the Cricut or hasn't done these projects before, I'm going to show you how I like to do them. I have a couple of these videos coming out. One of them I am waiting to finish another project, so this is the first one in the series. I'm so excited to get started. If my little one made me a card and just wrote a really nice handwritten heartfelt note or something like that, that would mean the world to me. So that's a really great Mother's Day gift. If you're on a pinch and you're not too sure what to make, maybe make a little card with your Cricut. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It could totally be something really cool, like a pop-up card or something, but even just two little pieces of cardstock that I stuck together, made with my Cricut, and then you can write a really beautiful card saying to your mom how much you appreciate her, or maybe it's that person in your life, your grandma or a family friend who really was that motherly figure for you.
The SVGs I'm using in this specific tutorial are from Creative Fabrica. I will make sure to link the website for them down below, as well as the exact two SVGs I used in this video in case you wanted to make the same project as me. They had so many options for Mother's Day. I really love them. This is not sponsored. Some of you suggested I check them out, and wow, you were right. Even the Mother's Day stuff is fire. So seriously, check them out. And it's only $1 for the first month, and you can cancel at any time, so hey, that's a good deal. All right, let's hop on over to unzip the file. Now that I have downloaded the SVG files for the Mother's Day cards, I need to go into my downloads folder and unzip these zipped files. So I'm going to right click. I have a Windows computer, so if you have some type of Apple device, it might be a little different. I'm going to hit extract all and then extract, and then I'll do this step over again. Here, right click, extract all, extract. And then when you go to find it in your downloads folder, it's actually going to pop up towards the bottom here, so it doesn't pop up back at the top. Now we can hop on over to Cricut Design Space and start uploading our images.
Okay, so we are starting a new project. I have a blank canvas here. I'm going to go to upload image, browse, and then I'm going to select the file. It doesn't show my downloads folder on the screen record, I guess just for privacy reasons. So hold that thought as I open these up. So we have the first one here, Mother's Day. I'm going to change it to Mother's Day card. I'm going to upload. And then there's a second part to the SVG, which is the insert. So I'm going to also upload that, which is perfect. I'm going to upload. Okay, so let's work on that one first. Click them both and hit add to canvas. Perfect. So the red one is the insert. You can see I'm just going to turn it. That's what would go into these little slits right here. Now right here you could use a scoring tool to do these little dashes. I do not have that at this time. The great thing is my Cricut Explorer can actually make these little dashes, and I can change the cut pressure to be a little bit lighter so it doesn't cut all the way through, but enough that I could bend it. So now we're ready to go ahead and cut this out, and I'm going to select the color cardstock I'm going to be using. A lot of different ones. So I think for this card I'm going to do a pretty green maybe, or blue. Maybe I'll do a lighter green, which is like a mix of yellow and green. Yeah, I think that's really pretty. Okay, let's do that. So that's going to be the insert, and I'm going to get just white cardstock for it. If I can grab it, there we go. Just gonna pop this one open. That is not as sticky. Otherwise, if you have a blue mat, go ahead and use that, the light grip one. But for now, let me just retry. Sorry, I'm just connecting my Cricut machine. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this one first. Yes, it would probably help if I actually did this at the table, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, it's on there, and my Cricut is prompting me to load it, so we're going to go ahead and load it. Perfect, light cardstock setting, awesome, we're good to go. Done cutting out. I'm a little nervous to see how it goes. But so far it looks good. We're going to unload the mat. Still have to cut out the insert, but I first want to make sure I get this off the mat properly. And slowly peeling away. This is why you want to use either a light grip mat or one like mine that's been very used so it's not that sticky. Because if I used my sticky green mat, I would have a heck of a time. Okay, so I'm gonna load the other one quickly. This is going to be so pretty. Okay. Let's stick this one. Still on light cardstock and cut. Perfect, that was easy.
Use gravity as your friend. So flip your mat upside down, hold down your material, and peel the mat away. The mat is super flexible, so it can easily bend, which is awesome because you don't want to bend and damage your material, whether it be vinyl or cardstock or whatever it is. So I suggest you use that tip whenever you can. Gravity's your friend in this, folks. Alrighty, so now we're just gonna start weeding it out. I definitely should have done a little bit more pressure on the cut pressure settings, but I was using a different type of cardstock than I'm used to using, so I did not know about this now. So if I knew what I knew now after weeding this out, I would have gone ahead and added more pressure. That way you could pretty much just weed it out on the mat. My mat is also not very clean, so it's not as sticky as it could have been. There are a few things. Now that I have the Cricut Maker, because I did film this a few weeks ago, I would also actually use the blue mat. Now I strictly use the light grip mat for cardstock, and I make sure it's pretty clean. That way it's super easy to weed. I can just peel it up, super simple, and all of the little weeded bits pretty much just stay on the mat, so it saves a lot of time. But you live and you learn, and hopefully you can learn from my little mistake. So now on to the next part of building the card.
This cardstock is thicker than the one I've been using, so it left a little bit of kind of like the shredded line, if that makes sense, but that's okay. It still looks fine, and I like having those little dash marks. Made it perfect to just fold the card. Awesome. Now the next step is to put this little, what I'll call peekaboo part in. So this is what it ended up looking like, and then when you open it up, it has this little kind of pocket here, which I like. I might just stick this down so it really sticks on there good, but I really like how this one turned out. For my very first card, that's pretty good. So I'm excited to do another one. I do have another design that I just downloaded, so we're gonna hop on over and make that one next.
The second card we're making today is fairly straightforward, same process. So we're going to hit upload, upload image, browse, and then again, it will not show my filed folder. I do apologize, but I'm just going to select that and upload. Then select on the ones that you're wanting to upload and hit add to canvas. You could absolutely change the sizing with the little arrow on the box around your design, or you can go up to the top here and change the width and the height. But for me, this is the perfect size that I'm wanting, so I'm ready to just go ahead and make it. Super simple. Don't forget, if you do have the scoring stylus or scoring wheel, you might want to go ahead and change the operation from basic cut to score, but because I'm using the Cricut Explorer on this one, or if you have the Cricut Joy, you're just going to want to go ahead and leave those dashed lines as a basic cut. Now, even with the Maker, I would do the same thing, honestly, and just save myself the time, but whatever method you prefer. Now I'm just going to go ahead and load my mat, just put on my cardstock, and I'm making sure to add a little bit more pressure this time. Again, use gravity as your friend, flip your mat upside down, and then get ready to load the next one. Super quick and easy. For this second card, I just went ahead and sped it up a little bit for you because it's pretty similar. I was filming a few TikToks of me making this card at the same time, and as you can see, it was weeding out a lot better this time around because I changed the cut pressure. Now, yes, my mat, again, like I said, I would use the blue mat if I had it at the time, but now that I do have the blue mat, it works great. And one of you suggested that I just continue using the blue mat strictly for cardstock, and that has been a really great tip, so thank you for that. First, I tried to glue it down on the top here, and it just wasn't cute. It just didn't fit properly until I realized I think I'm supposed to glue it down on the other side. Now, I guess you could do it whatever way you prefer, to be honest. There's not really a supposed to do kind of thing with crafting. So I decided to put it on the other side. What I will say is if you were to write on the card, it might look a little funny because the writing would go through. So perhaps I would cut out maybe something else to put over top to, I don't know, cover it up a little bit. But that's just my personal preference. Or maybe make an insert that folds over. That way you can fold over the writing to the other side. So that's how that one went. I did also go ahead with some glue and just stick down this little peekaboo pocket thing because it was lifting up a little bit and I wanted it to be flat against the design so that you could really see it and it stand out nicely.
So a really great idea is these cards. Like I said, I got these cards off of Creative Fabrica and they're just so cute. I'm obsessed. Most of these projects are SVGs that I got off of there, but you can find them on other websites. If you are interested in Creative Fabrica, I do have the link in my description because it has a discount code and it's only $1 for the first month. So all of the projects I've been showing in all of my tutorials recently, it cost a total of $1 to make everything together because I'm still on that first month. So download as much as you want for that first month for $1. You can cancel at any time. So it's a good deal. You save a lot of money. Hey y'all, sorry for this interruption. I realized upon editing this video that even just me showing this one project so far has been so long, and I don't like making my videos too long. I feel like it just becomes too much and too overwhelming. So we're actually going to break this up into a few different parts, which is fine because it just means more content and ideas for you. That's not as long. So we're going to split it up. I will be posting them days in a row. That way you still get the content pretty quickly and fresh and you'll be able to do it. So I'm still going to be putting out this video, but instead of having like an hour-long video of a tutorial, I'm going to split it up into 3 videos because they are 3 separate projects. And then, like I mentioned in this video, I think towards the end actually I mentioned it, but I'll try to snip that clip in here. I actually am going to be filming a whole other one to come out next week, so I might have to split that in another 3 separate videos again because I have so much that I want to jam pack in for you so that you get all of the information, the full tutorial on the design space side and how to make it so that you yourself can make it from home without it being too overwhelming. That is my goal and I really want to stick to that, where I'm really helping that overwhelming feeling you might be getting with your Cricut machine. Also, I have a Cricut Maker now, and when I started filming this tutorial, the card, that was when I had the Cricut Explore. My Cricut Maker was en route but not yet there, and the tools that I use now, the mats that I use now, are a little bit different. So I feel like it's really important for me to split this up in a few separate videos. In this specific tutorial here, I did not have a scoring stylus or a scoring wheel for my Cricut Maker. So I wanted to give you a couple of different ways. With my Cricut Explore, and if you have a Cricut Maker, for example, or Cricut Joy, and you do not have the scoring stylus or the scoring wheel, that's okay. The SVG has those little dash lines, and if it doesn't have the dash lines and you download it from another website, you can add in the little dash lines. This way, you can actually fold it. It won't cut fully through to the point where it rips. You'll be able to fold it nicely. Like I said, in between me filming this, I got a whole new Cricut machine, so it kind of changes the process a little bit and gives you a little bit more options, but I wanted to make sure no matter what Cricut machine you have, you can make these projects. If you have any questions or thoughts, please leave them down below. I am always happy to answer them, and if you prefer a longer video, I'm happy to do that as well, but I just feel like it would be a lot more beneficial for everyone if I split it up into smaller videos. It's just kind of easier to take in and absorb, if that makes sense. So that's my goal, to help you learn how to get crafty with your Cricut and inspire some creativity in you. And honestly, cards I feel like are just a whole big thing on their own that you could do. So let me know your thoughts. If you prefer the shorter kind of videos like this, it's not really even that short, like it's not a few minute video, it's still a full tutorial, but instead of dragging it on and trying to cram 3 tutorials in here, I don't want to edit parts out that are really useful. So we're just going to do a three-parter, and it's just going to be 3 days of videos for you. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me today and hanging out. I always appreciate your comments, likes, and support on my channel. It means the world to me, so thank you so much to all of you, and I will see you all in the next one tomorrow for part 2 of this Mother's Day series. We're gonna get so crafty for our mamas or that special person in our life this year, so let's get crafty, and happy crafting in the meantime. Bye for now, crafters, and don't forget to check out this video here and here. In the meantime, I'll see you tomorrow.